Take a look around the House chamber these days, and you'll notice 1/5 of the body is now made up of freshman Republican lawmakers. Many of them were elected by Tea Party voters. While they've publicly agreed to tap the rainy day fund to close the current fiscal year's budget gap, they refuse to drain it for the next biennium, all but guaranteeing there will be bigger cuts in state services. To get a better sense of who these so-called Tea Party lawmakers are and what motivates their decisions, we talked to 3 new members: Representative Charles Perry of Lubbock, Representative Lance Gooden of Terrell, and Representative Raul Torres of Corpus Christi.
There are more than 30 of us, Republican freshmen, who campaigned on less government.
People who are not used to spending less than what they have, it is a painful process. But in the long run, as an accountant, Texas is top-heavy as far as spending. We have a spending issue problem.
Unfortunately, I use the term, if you've equally offended everybody, then everybody is in the same boat, and this budget did it. There's not a line item in that budget that doesn't have a face or a name to it back in the district. And it's just the way government has become so integrated into our daily lives at federal, state, and local level. And you're going to see government look different, I think, going forward out of these sessions that are ahead to this session and forward. People are going to have to expect less or be willing to pay more.
It perhaps has, it's made me realize that the budget in Austin is not the same as the budget in DC, which I realized that, but I think it really becomes apparent when you get here, because so many people back home in my district, a lot of them watch Fox News at night and they're told that the budget is massively bloated. And when you get to Austin, it's not quite the same as it is in DC. So there are a lot of folks that are unhappy with some of these cuts, but when I say to them we don't have a lot of fat in other areas that can make up for shortfalls in other areas, there's a kind of an eye-opening experience for some.
I think enough cuts have been made. More cuts than I wish I had to see this year. So I'm satisfied. Though in detail it's not what a lot of people would have liked to have seen, I think in the spirit and in the output of what the bill represents is what Texas needs. It needs to get a hold of its spending and understand that in order to grow our economy, in order to be strong financially down the road, we have to be realistic with the dollars we have available.
It's not easy. You know, you're affecting, my wife teaches. She's been in the school system for 30 years, and she's hearing and feeling the pinch just like everybody. My daughter just tried to go into education. There's no jobs available. So I feel it on a personal level, but also recognizing that hopefully this is temporary, that it's just one of those times when everybody has to kind of step up and be practical about where the money supply is. We're just out of money. That's just reality.
I'm not supportive of tapping the rainy day fund at this stage in the session for the next biennium, and I feel like it would be a mistake to spend all that money now when we don't know what the future holds.
Not because we can't use it in this biennium, we can, but the testimonies we heard convinced me that the next 2 to 4 year biennium periods that we're going to look into, we're going to need the rainy day fund. In fact, it's already spent. I feel the pain because I've been there before. I've lost my job and I've been without all the necessities that some people are saying they're going to be without. But I think large and by far, a larger percentage of Texans are going to get the services they need.
We don't know exactly what that effect looks like, so it would be irresponsible to use the remaining rainy day balance in this fiscal or in 2013 on the front end, not knowing what 2012 and 13 have to offer as far as economics. You know, if we have sales tax increases, we're good. We didn't use it on the front end. If we have a hurricane, you know, if we have a major statewide initiative that requires funding, you can't put that in on the front end of the equation.